Welcome to the board meeting. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable at the board meeting table. This is the board meeting is now in procession. I will be taking notes for the board meeting. We have the CEO here, we have the managing director, and we have the ground staff. The people holding it together. This is Bharat Army TV. This is Dafa News. Are the lovely people that have made this all possible and allowed us to come together and have the conversation about today. A key day, day 3 in the test of England versus India. It is, of course, happening at the Oval. The thought in my mind this morning was, this is the most important day so far, and this one day could hinge who wins the series. Am I wrong to say that, Gurkirat?
No, you're not wrong to say that, but it's just the nature of Test cricket as a whole that a lot of days do feel like that. There were such days you could have felt that in Lords as well, and you wouldn't have been wrong. You could have felt that in the Headingley as well, and you wouldn't have been wrong. And you're feeling that today, and you're not wrong. So it's something which is in the nature of Test cricket. Say today is also an even day. So what you said today will be quite applicable tomorrow as well. So it's something that that's a wonderful cliche in Test cricket, and I think it's there to stay as long as Test cricket is there. So you're not wrong to say that it's going to be an important day, and might as well could decide the way this Test series headed. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. We heard from yourself and from Kunal and Sanika yesterday about yesterday's play. I'd like to just get Dia's opinion as well. Dia, welcome, by the way, to Fan Doosra.
Thank you.
And what did you see yesterday? And more importantly, how the day ended. Do you feel a little bit more of a positive spot than what we did with our run score before that?
First of all, I would like to say I don't agree with Gurkirat over the fact that this day won't be a decider, because the way the test match is moving with such a fast pace, I mean, it's the day 2 just ended and India is batting again. So the way the test match is moving very quickly, so I think this can be that D-day for us. And I will say, of course, England got a decisive amount of lead that can actually go in their favor. But at the same time, our batsmen have shown that intent that they can bat. I mean, first of all, the way our openers are batting in Sena countries now to what it was before is commendable. I would like to take one positive out of it. But now it all depends on the middle order, what they're going to do when they'll come. Our openers are there. They might. It will be great if they play out the first session of day 3. It will be great, but what is our middle order going to do? That will hold the key for us, and I think it's really important. If we want to win the test match, we have to bat till day 4. That's what I feel.
Right. So, okay. So already Dia saying pressure's on the middle order, and I'm thinking, we don't want anybody to go out, but we're talking about the middle order already. The middle order surely won't come into play till after tea time today. Surely.
I hope so. I hope so. We genuinely don't want to see the middle order today, but then if you look at it practically, that's not really possible, because some 1 or 2 wickets are going to fall today. Forget today, the first session as well. We have to look at it practically, and if that happens, then the middle order is on the crease. And I really, really want Rahane and Pujara to bat really well today. I'm not really doubtful about Kohli's performance. He's doing it well. I feel in the middle, he suddenly loses his wicket after going for a cover drive, but that's fine. I think that's kind of understandable. At least he's scoring those 50 runs and getting set. There's no lack of confidence in Kohli's batting. That's what I would say. But then when it comes to Rahane, I'm really a little bit doubtful. And secondly, I just remember the last time Gurkirat and Dia were live together on this show. It was the day 4 of World Test Championship.
Wow.
It's still on. Immediately Dia's first line, no, I don't agree with Gurkirat. So it's like Dhoni versus Dhoni over here. But then, I think this banter actually makes the conversation more fun. I feel, it's not going to be the deciding day, but this can actually be one of the crucial days as to where this test match is going to hit. So even now, remember yesterday we were mentioning how we always tend to give up on opportunities to capitalize on. Yep. Today is an opportunity for the Indian team where we can actually capitalize, and let's see if we are able to do that.
Yeah, okay. Here Harish on Insta, he is saying need one opener to stick around and another of the middle order to show up. Captain Kohli needs some runs.
Right. So someone's got to just turn up. Just turn up and play the game. Well, okay. We've got our opening batsman. We've got our captain. Are we in a strong position, Gurkirat, batting wise? This is a batting pitch. It's going to be a batting day. It should be. It's a good one to score some runs on potentially. Are you positive with our batting?
So one thing that should give India a lot of hope is the fact that today the pitch is going to be probably the best that they've gotten the entire series to bat on. Whether you take into account the two innings at Lords or the first innings at Trent Bridge or the second innings at Headingley, this is a much flatter pitch. Uh, there's a lot of talk about Kohli not scoring runs. I think it's now becoming synonymous to Kohli not scoring hundreds, because if you look at it, he has 27 50s and 27 hundreds in 161 innings. That's essentially 150 plus score in less than 3 innings. Now, whatever you might want to hold against him, that this is not a bowling era, which I don't think is true, or he stat padded runs, or he scored runs when it's not under pressure, etc., etc. Scoring 150 plus score in every 3 innings across 160 innings is not a joke. It's just not a joke. So however way you want to put it, Kohli is not the problem that this batting lineup has. And in fact, if you look at the ball by ball data, he's left a lot more than what he was doing back in 2018. In 2018, he played 55 fall shots in the innings that he scored in Edgbaston in 149. He's had 55. He's had more fall shot in the 5 innings that he's played here. So that tells you that he's also been slightly unlucky. And he averages the third most in the world while playing the cover drive. If you look at it, except for probably one dismissal, where he just waffed at a Sam Curran delivery, it's not that he's gotten out while playing the cover drive. It's the ball which has come in. Like I said yesterday, that India did not create enough doubt in when Oli Pope was batting, in terms of taking the ball away and bringing the ball in. It's the ball that comes in with the wobble seam that creates a little bit of doubt.
Yeah.
In the 6 innings, Kohli has not been out once while playing the cover drive. Let's be very, very clear about it. He's played a few bad shots, but when he's playing the cover drive, he's playing it on the length that he should play it. And honestly, I've said it before, if you take the cover drive out of Kohli's batting, or if you take the pull shot out of Rohit Sharma's batting, both of them will become half the batsmen that they are. So you also have to keep the scoreboard ticking, because ultimately the currency of this game is runs and wickets. So Kohli playing the cover drive is not a problem than what people are making it out to be. The only problem is that whenever he's gotten starts, and he's got a few of them, he somehow managed to lose his wicket, whether it be the WTC final, or the 250s in this series, or the 42, or if you look at the 17 Adelaide, or the 250s in Chennai, where he was batting brilliantly. So he's not been able to convert those starts, which he usually has done overall in his career. So he's not the biggest problem that this batting lineup has, quite clearly.
It's interesting. Well, firstly, Varnata would be very proud that Gurkirat has come to Virat Kohli's rescue and said, hey, enough of the criticism with Virat. It's not as bad as we think. So he does get a lot of criticism. I feel like Gurkirat has just jumped in front of the bullets. You're like, no. Like, he's taking the shots for Virat, because he's saying, hang on a minute, no criticism there. So what is going on then? Because why do we expect more from our captain then, Dio? Because we're all talking about him scoring the central. We want more, and it feels like there's this cloud of criticism over Virat Kohli.
It's the respective legacy. It's the respective legacy. It's something that Sachin Tendulkar also suffered in his career. It's something that Zaheer Khan also suffered in his career, and it's something that Jasprit Bumrah also suffers. Anytime Jasprit Bumrah doesn't take 3 wickets, everyone says, "Oh, he's bowled poorly," which is not true. Yesterday also he was India's best bowler. He was India's best bowler in Lord's first innings as well, when he didn't take a single wicket. So, there's always a difference in between watching the scorecard and watching the game. If you watch the scorecard, you'll never know the full story, which is what is happening with a lot of people. Because, test match is a long game. You need to watch it properly to understand how much truth is the scorecard telling. Is it telling the actual truth, or is there something that is missing? So that is the thing. So, yeah, I mean, the sheer averages and everything will tell you that Virat Kohli's only average around 26-27 since the 2020 year, but then it doesn't account for the fact that there was no 9 months of cricket between Feb and November 2020. Then there was no, Virat took a 3-month break. So essentially he's gone without a century for 11 test matches only, or probably 12 test matches. and it is not as big of a deal as what people are making out to be, because like I said, despite that, he's scoring 150 plus score in every 3 innings, and I don't know how many batters at this point of time can claim that they score 150 plus score every 3 innings. I don't think there are many.
Okay. Hi to Dev Jain, who's messaged in, who said, and he's saying hi to Dia as well. And actually, he says, Dia, do you think Kohli will score today? We'll come to that in a second. Sanchit is going legends on the show. Yes, I know. These are heavyweights in the commentary fans world. Well, Didi always makes a good point. Let's see what he says. He goes, when our batters have performed, we don't give enough credit to bowlers or talk about them when they're not performing. And also, it's the other way around. The bowlers have performed better than our batters and made us win matches. Do you think we are too obsessed with batters and the hundreds? I'm not defending out of form batters like Gurukhirat is. No, I mean, he's just saying, do you think that? Do you think, are we not giving Kunal and Sanaka, are we not giving our bowlers enough credit for what they've done in this series so far?
I think one of the major reasons why Indian team has started having really successful years and the successful performance in overseas tours as well, a lot of credit has to be given to the bowlers and the way Kohli has led them. I mean, it's not just about those bowling really well, but then Kohli backed them. And be it Ravi Shastri, be it I think Shami, Bhuvi, these bowlers had started on MS Dhoni as well. So I think over the course of time, there has been a shift, and we've really seen the bowlers do and perform really well. So I feel, I don't know. It has been since childhood. We always focus a lot more on the batting. I mean, even if when we go to play, it's always kitne runs mare. They don't ask kitne wicket le. So I think it's kind of in our culture as well. Like I always tend to focus a lot more on batting and instead of bowling. But I feel Indian bowlers have done really well. And even today in this test match as well, we're not talking about them because we know they are going to deliver. So the concern is about the batting, which is not delivering every single time. So I feel Indian bowlers have done well, and any bowler, be it they might have one off day. That's understandable. That the batsmen have off seasons. I mean, but then still, I think Indian bowlers have done well, and even today, I'm pretty sure even if we give them a good enough target, we can totally defend them because we trust our bowlers.
Yeah, I agree. Sanchit saying spot on, Gurukhirat, you are about Kohli. It says also people fail to acknowledge that Virat has played against some quality bowlers in recent years in conditions which have heavily favoured the bowling side. I can imagine Sanchit's voice, Sanchit is right there.
But you know what Sanchit saying? What Sanchit is saying is right, and it's some people tend to ignore the numbers and everything, which is fine because everyone has a different viewpoint to look at the game. But Ajit Agarkar yesterday on air said it, and he's played between mid-90s to mid-2000s. He said that batting everywhere has become difficult except for New Zealand, where probably now they've started to make a little flatter tracks to ensure that batsmen are in the game. So if Ajit Agarkar, who's played in that era which people so fondly look at, if he's saying that batting has become difficult because every team has 3 or 4 quality bowlers and the pitch is becoming difficult, then there's definitely some merit to it, because what he's saying is from his own personal experience, and I think all of us can agree that probably Ajit Agarkar knows a thing or two more than what we do, even if someone doesn't want to acknowledge it through numbers. So what Sanchit's saying, I think, is very right, that it is also a kind of a bowling era where you don't see even if England scored 290 odd runs, I think we will struggle to find any team that can consistently say, okay, that we will bat 100 overs on an average. I don't think any team can do that anymore. Yeah. And that's down to a lot of good bowling amongst all top teams and the conditions.
Okay. Let's cross over to the pitch. Our Bharat Army, as always, are there. They are in force. They are ready for today. It's as we all know, it's Saturday. Okay, this is Saturday. I know it's early September, but it's kind of like England's having a bit of a late summer. Vibe's going to be good. I'm just telling you now, I'm smiling because anybody's got a ticket for today or tomorrow, you're in for a great day of cricket. Let's see what the boys are up to. These are our BA Army guys, the Bharat Army guys down at the Oval.
Good morning from day 3 at the Oval. Welcome to what looks like an overcast day, Ash, is it?
It is overcast, but the sun's trying to make an entrance. But even if it's a bit cloudy, Day 3 Oval, traditionally a very batting-friendly track.
Yeah.
But against this England attack, and we've seen what happens to us.
Yeah.
You know, we've had opportunities to really take the game away,
Yeah.
and we've not taken them. So I'm hoping and praying today our boys actually turn up and show the fans and, you know, what they're actually capable of, because they've had a tough tour batting-wise, you know, apart from Lords.
Yeah, they have. You're right. But I was listening to some of the commentary on the highlights yesterday. Michael Vaughan was talking about how England didn't really capitalise on the conditions of batting yesterday, right? So therefore, India did quite well, didn't they? Right, to do what they did.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we got, you know, there's a partnership in the middle where they really started going for us, but we kind of held it back. You know, we were a bit patient, and a couple of them got themselves out. But you know, we done really well. And then the last session, you know, very nervous, but the sun was shining.
Yeah.
Rahul and Sharma came out and they absolutely did a job.
Yeah.
You know, they were solid. They were playing their shots as well, so we got a few runs.
Yeah.
They weren't just, you know, just defending. They were actually doing a job. I'm hoping for more of the same.
Good. And listen, it's a critical day, isn't it, for the series, right? Almost series defining, many would say, because rain is forecasted for quite a few days in Manchester. Therefore, whichever team comes out on top here, and you'd expect a result with 3 full days to go. How critical is it today?
I think today, and we spoke about it yesterday, I think today is where the series is going to be won and lost. If India can win this day, and that's all 3 sessions, and do what we know they're capable of, all our batsmen turn up. They have to turn up. I think then it's going to be a very strong finish for us.
All right, good stuff. Well, listen, guys, today is our traditional pink day for the Bharat Army, where traditionally we raise as much money as we can for some of our projects we're focusing on. However, today we're not raising money. We're going to thank our members for all the contributions they've made throughout the pandemic. We've raised over £50,000 over the last 18 months, but you're going to see a sea of pink in the Bharat Army block today. So look out for us, and come on, India!
I forgot I was supposed to wear the pink shirt today. It was pink day. It was pink day. I'm so bad. I was the same at school. I'd be that kind of kid that would forget my uniform, forget bits, forget things that I got to take into class. Pink. It is pink day. Look at that. You can see them. It's going to be beautiful. I love it when it's pink day because just the whole crowd. You're going to just see this glowing side, and I'm sure it's intimidating for the England players as well when they come out and see that. You heard the guy say it there. We kind of were touching on the same thing. We said it's a crucial day. I know what Gurkir's point is, which is actually, if you look at the across a whole Test match, every day is crucial in its own way and plays a part towards that one day being crucial. But it feels like we're at this knife edge now, where if today goes well, we get a lot of runs under our belt. Things are a lot more secure going forward. So that for that reason, it feels that key. But what will it take to stay in all day? That's the talk that everyone's saying. Got to stay in. Just got to keep batting all day. Deal. How do you want India to play? What would you say to the side right now?
Well, if we see, I don't see any technical glitches in anyone at this moment that that they have to take care of. And moreover, day 3, as everyone mentioned, it's going to be a beautiful batting day. So just play to your strengths, matlab score runs as well and defend at the same time. That will be the key. Score as much amount of runs as you can. Play the pull shot. Like Rohit Sharma got out playing pull shot, I guess 3-4 times in this series. So I won't stop him from playing the shot, but he has to be careful at the same time as well. Maybe we can see a century coming. Like this can be a prediction or something, but I really see a century coming in from Rohit Sharma this time, because I think the way he has played this time in all this time in the series, because everyone was talking over the fact that how Rohit Sharma is going to perform in the Sena countries. He did well in Australia. He did well in England as well. South Africa is going to come, and so I think this can be his day. All the efforts that he has put in, he can bear results of that this day. And KL Rahul, uske baad, like we have Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli. I think luck factor obviously is there, but play to your strengths and just bat it out. Like we need to bat this all day, and hopefully, like we can see 2 centuries. Okay, 1 century. I'm being too ambitious at this moment. 1 century at least on this day. Like I'm sure of that.
Okay, lots of hopefulness. I got an idea. We need to have a Fan Doosra show that analyzes the fans on the Fan Doosra show. Looks at their performance across the Test match. Looks at their predictions. analyzes all the bakwas that you're talking about. He'll get 100. He'll get 100. He'll get, and we just go, do we think Vernata is on form at the moment? She's predicted many hundreds. But it's just that, that's what I want to see happen. Let's just read out some of Goldie's message. Goldie says, if India bat the whole day and the first session tomorrow, they win the game. That's a big ask. But sadly, we all know that India will lose wickets within the first 5 overs. And then they'll just plod along. It's going to be frustrating to watch them bat. Goldie is already getting himself ready for a bad day. Okay? There's nothing gold about his comments. Very much plastic. This test will decide the series. The last match will be rain affected and will be a draw. It's like he's come back from the future. He's that sure. Is Goldie Singh the new star of Back to the Future, or is he onto something? CEO?
It's difficult to say without having a look at Goldie, but yeah, I think he's becoming. I think he has every right to be a little pessimistic with what has happened over the course of this series. Akshay has commented that it's a road glorious batting day, Kohli 100. I mean, like I said before, it's probably the best batting day or the best pitch that India will get to bat on in the entire series. But just that the fact that they've looked a little down on confidence is something which is scary. Because even though the England bowling attack is good, the one thing is that all of them are quite similar. None of them is an out and out pace bowler. All of them are a swing or a seam bowler. So if it doesn't seam or swing, then all 4 of them could be quite one dimensional, and then batters can actually pounce on it. So this is where it actually helps India if there's no swing or seam. That there wouldn't be much of a threat, much of a different threat as what it comes in, say, if you have a left armer or a spinner. So that way India would be happy with it. But yeah, I don't think you can tell the batsman to bat in a certain manner. You just have to hope that they have a little bit of luck on their side, because it is something that you desperately need to get over the first 30-40 balls in England. And it's something that India should be hopeful, but at the same time the fans should be pragmatic, where you need to realize that wickets are going to fall at some point of time, and if and whenever they do, you have to hope that one doesn't follow the other, because nothing breaks the morale of a side than a partnership. And I'm not necessarily talking of partnership in terms of runs being scored, because even if you can separate both the wickets, or bat 10-15 overs after a wicket has fallen, the shoulders start dropping down, the morale goes down. So I think India just have to focus on ensuring that wickets are not falling in clusters, because if that doesn't happen, the runs will come. This is a pitch where runs will come, and like I said before, Anderson and Robinson would be tired by now, because they've bowled 130 plus overs. So the biggest threat is Chris Wokes, and as long as he doesn't have one of the days that he's used to having, especially against India and at home, I think India should be fine.
Yeah, and you talk about people like Wokes stepping up yesterday. We saw how they got their runs. It was a good performance from Wokes. It was a good performance from Ollie as well, Pope, and in the same way, Kunal and Sanik, I want to ask you guys, who are our key players? Let's not put the pressure on one person, or Rohit's going to do this, someone's going to do that. We need 2 or 3, 4 players to have a good day. Who are they, and how's it going to turn out?
So it has to be our openers for sure, Rohit and KL, because these 2 are really looking confident and in good touch as well. Secondly, I would probably it has to be Virat Kohli, because I feel it's centuries overdue as well. But then on a serious note, he's been looking in good touch, and I feel he scored 50 plus in the last innings as well. So I think he can totally get to 100 as well.
Yeah, and let's not talk about the century till it happens.
We'll talk about it.
Let's not talk about it.
But even if Virat gets over 50, so you think and then we've got a KL. Sharma partnership hitting another 100, 150, but then I still think don't we need something else there? Is there not someone else in our side that we can lean upon?
Rishabh Pant hasn't performed yet in this series. Like he was carrying a lot of expectations on his shoulders and going into the series, but there has been some shots that were not necessary on his part, and maybe in 2018, I don't know why I'd like to go back in past, but yeah, in 2018 in the last match as well, when we had to save that test match, he was the one who scored a century along with KL Rahul. So if something of that sort happens, so it can be great. And I think Rishabh Pant is overdue of some good amount of runs. So I think Rishabh Pant can be our man as well, and Shardul Thakur also can be that person. He in last inning he was our go-to man. Although in bowling he leaked quite a lot of amount of runs, but as a batter he can do a great job for us. So I think our batting looks fine if the batters hang in there. So I think it won't be an issue for us to score runs on such a track. So that's what I think.
Okay, and I'm going to add to that. I'm just going to get Dev's comment in, Gurpreet, then I'm going to come to you. Dev comment says, Rishabh Pant and Jadeja need to step up and score at least 100 odd runs, along with the tail as well. We're putting pressure on all sides of the team. Sorry, what were you going to say, Gurpreet?
Yeah, I'm a Delhi Capitals fan and I genuinely like Rishabh Pant. But if I were to say that if someone was a walking wicket in this Indian team right now, unfortunately, I have to say it's Rishabh Pant. I mean, him scoring runs at this point of time looks extremely unlikely because, you might have all the shots, you might have all the confidence, which at this point of time, Pant doesn't have. You still need to, be able to defend the ball when it's on your off stump or on your fourth stump. And at this point of time, Pant has zero confidence in his defense. So if it's going to be a matter of time anyway when Pant comes out to bat, because either he's going to go down swinging, or if a couple of hits connect and Root becomes defensive again, like how we did on the 5th day of Lord's morning, I think that would be the best thing to happen to Pant. Because at this point of time, it's a term that I don't use for any batsman, and I don't use it very lightly. But Pant is at this point of time a walking wicket. I hope he does come out with some kind of conviction. I hope whenever he comes out to bat, he's looking to bat a little bit of time than look to score runs, because only if he's able to spend a little bit of time on the crease would he be able to do anything. But yeah, at this point of time, it really looks like Goldie saying, I never said that Oli Pope was a
no. Yes, I know. I know you didn't. It was Afzal. Afzal said yesterday.
But yeah, Pant at this point of time does look like a walking wicket, and I sort of genuinely feel sorry for him as well, because I am not sure if he or the team management's clear as to which way he should approach the innings. He looks in two minds. Because he's looking to defend one odd ball from the crease, and then he looks to attack the next ball coming down the track. So I'm not sure what's been told to him, and I'm not sure if that approach is his own, or the fact is that teams told him that, okay, you do whatever you want to do. And I don't think that's the right way to do, because he's at the end of the day still a youngster. He's only 22 or 23 years old. He's not even played more than 25 test matches. He's only been 3 years in international cricket. So I'm not sure if it's the right, if the whole Pant saga is being handled pretty well. I'm really not sure what's happening with him, but at this point of time, he's a walking wicket.
Okay, well that's all right, because yesterday, like you said on the show, it was one of our fans, Afzal, who said that Pope was a walking wicket, and Pope did really well. So in which case, all of the India team are a walking wicket. Right?
Exactly.
If that's the case, if I'll put that positive jinx out there, and it says that Mihir makes a good point. He goes, I won't be disappointed not to see any centuries today. I'm kind of with you, Mihir. This is what the point I was kind of making earlier. It says, as long as we've got consistent 50+ partnerships in the middle and the lower order, yeah, you're right. I think I'd like to see a nice set of play across our whole batting lineup, rather than putting all that pressure on one person. Sensible play, playing at the right pace. We saw a great bit of batting from us at the end of the day yesterday in that last session, and I think that's given us all a lot of confidence. But we want that rhythm to carry on. So just last point I was going to make is about luck, because you touched on luck as well. We had a drop catch, I think it was at the end of play yesterday from Rohit, that we were lucky to get away with. Is that the kind of luck we're looking for? Is that the kind of luck we're talking about? And is it things like that, Kunal and Sanik, I'm going to put this your way. Is it things like that could just tip this our way? You're like, oh, we had a little drop catch. Oh, the weather's good. Oh, it's dry right now. We're about to bat. It's all good.
Yeah, it would totally play in our way, because yesterday if Rohit was actually out, today we would have started on the back foot itself. Like we would have had. Oh my God, I'm losing. I'm already worried if Rohit is out. Just look at how much pressure there is if Rohit gets out. No, on a serious note, if Rohit's wicket would have fallen already, Indian team would have started off with a lot of pressure.
KL also nearly chopped it on. So losing even one wicket,
if it's by luck, I think it's really useful for us. But then at the same time, we shouldn't rely much on that. We shouldn't be gambling with, just because luck is favoring us. So we should actually play sensibly and not go for those loose shots and dash shots.
Okay. Well, I'll be thinking of you guys as always, all throughout today's play. It's about to start very soon, as we know. It's a key day, a crucial day, as is every day. But we're all agreed that India need to bat all day, need to play at the right pace, and need to play sensibly. We'll be willing that on. We'll be watching with our hearts, and wear pink if you can, and support the Bharat Army with our little mission to raise awareness of all the charity work that goes on. Thank you to Dafa News. Thank you to Bharat Army. Thank you to the mega fans here. Thank you very much, guys. I'm tickling you all with good luck. There you go. It's the Tommy tickle, which sounds actually that sounds kind of creepy. I'm probably not allowed to do the Tommy tickle. Online only. Until the end of the day, I'll catch you at Stumps, where we'll analyze how brilliantly India played. Until then, catch you later, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.